AITA for not wanting my wife to take part in designing the basement? 26M. Just got married to my wife. 25F. Back in September. My wife and I have been saving and investing throughout high school and college. So we were able to close on a really nice house. The house is 2,800 square feet and comes with 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a finished basement, a back patio with a hot tub, and a kitchenette. We bought this house as we are hoping to raise a family in this house. So we have 2 living areas. The basement living area and the main floor living room. I figured my wife would want to take priority over the main floor. So I said that she could design the main floor living room the way she would like as well as the master bedroom. But I wanted to design the basement living area the way that I want. My wife asked why she can't help with the basement. So I told her that I wanted to turn the space into a man cave. So whenever I invite friends over, we would have a place to hang out. My wife was angry when I mentioned what the space would be used for, and she said that she did not want a space to be turned into a man cave and that we both had to agree on how the basement living area would be designed and what it would be used for. I was a little irritated after hearing this, and so I told my wife that I am letting her design the living area and master bedroom 100% the way that she wants. And that I just wanted the basement living area to be completely the way I want. I also added that since we currently have no children and are not expecting one at the moment, that she could use any of the bedrooms for something extra. After I said that, my wife started guilt-tripping me, saying that she was offended that I was excluding her and how this is not just my house, but how it's our house. I haven't started anything yet in terms of designing the basement living area. But I really want a space in the house that's kind of my own and is designed the way that I want. I've tried explaining this to my wife, but she keeps saying that I'm being selfish, so I wanted to know if I am really being an asshole here. Edit. Many people have suggested that I take one of the empty bedrooms and use that as a man cave rather than the whole basement living area. I think this is actually a good idea, and I will bring this to my wife and see what she thinks. I will also ask what she was planning on using that basement living area for. Edit 2. So far it looks like almost everyone agrees that I am an asshole. I can see why I was wrong here, and I was definitely excluding my wife here. I plan on apologizing to my wife as well as asking her what she would like to do. Info: where are you going to sleep? Since it's her bedroom and her living room and not yours. So wait. Does she also get an entire floor of the house all to herself for her hobbies and hanging out with her friends? Or is that just a you thing? It's reasonable for each of you to have a room since it seems like there's space. But an entire floor? YTA. Does she get an equal-sized space just for her where she can hang with her friends? YTA. I figured my wife would want this. This is where you went wrong right here. No. You don't figure anything when you are in a marriage. You use your words and discuss it. It is immature to do anything else. My wife was angry when I mentioned what the space would be used for. What? You can't just mention to her what the space will be used for, because you both haven't agreed on anything yet. I told my wife that I am letting her design the living area and master bedroom 100% the way that she wants. Whoa boy. Letting her. How nice of you to let her do something on her own property. There isn't a reason you can't turn one of the other bedrooms into your man cave, and you need to discuss that with her. After I said that, my wife started guilt-tripping me, saying that she was offended that I was excluding her and how this is not just my house, but how it's our house. That's not guilt-tripping. That's calling you out on being a controlling and you are excluding her. No quotes. She keeps saying that I'm being selfish, so I wanted to know if I am really being an asshole here. Yes. YTA. A selfish The irony is that by going behind her back to make a plan, expecting her to follow, and refusing to treat her like a full partner, you've now broken her trust and she's justifiably angry. So while before you might have been able to compromise or even come to an agreement where you did get your man cave, you are 100% not getting that basement man cave now. Edit. I can't spell today. YTA. How generous of you to let her decorate shared living spaces for you and future children to enjoy, while you get an entire basement for you and your buddies to party in. You cannot seriously believe that is fair? The fair thing would be to make the basement an entertainment room that you both design. You don't need a man cave. Consider your wife. YTA. Unless you add a second story that she gets completely free rein to use as her own personal space. Her designing common spaces isn't the same as you claiming an entire basement just for you and your friends. YTA. From what I got, she gets to design all the mandatory living areas, which isn't really a space for her specifically, while you want a floor to just design for your own needs and wants. Sounds incredibly selfish. OFC. She wants to be involved in deciding what the space is used for. It's not only your house. You share it. IDK. Why you just assumed it's okay to turn it into a man cave without asking beforehand. YTA. You are segregating her from a large chunk of the house because you want to impress your friends? Yikes. It sounds like you really don't value her as a human, let alone a wife. You didn't let her design the rest of the house. You just didn't put any of the work in because you didn't want to. Right? YTA. So you let her have the main public spaces and you expect an entire floor made into something for you personally? Seriously? YTA. It's not a question of who designs which area. It's the fact that you're saying she can design 2 areas which will be for both of you, and you will take one entire section of this house as your own. This is something that should have been discussed before you bought a home. YTA. Where is her dedicated, unshared space that she can take her friends to? A space that she doesn't have to share with you? YTA. She is right. Where is her space? God. Man caves are so outdated. You use so much we. You both put the effort in. If you want to share, you have to share and don't get to make decisions on your own. Also, since you don't have kids yet, her space would not be permanent and she would be forced to give it up. Grow up. Build a nice hanging out space together. You are allowing her to decorate the other rooms as leverage to get your way here. Info. Did you guys previously both agree that the basement would be a man cave? Or did you decide for both of you that it would be? So I said that she could design. Quote. So you didn't figure this out together? Just had an idea and assumed she'd be on board with no real discussion? I told my wife I am letting her design the living area and master bedroom. Quote. Letting her? Marriage is a partnership where discussions and compromises happen between 2 equal adults, regardless of gender. You don't get final say just because you are a man. YTA. I figured my wife would want. I wanted to turn the space into a man cave, a man cave. I am letting her design. I just wanted to be completely the way I want. Look at yourself. Your wife is correct. You are excluding her. You are being controlling. And also incredibly selfish. YTA. YTA unless she also has private girl space and no getting to decorate common areas doesn't count. YTA, if my husband demanded a man cave I would have told him to get a shovel and dig one out himself. Take a spare room and make it your own space, but taking an entire communal level and making it exclusively yours is pretty shitty. YTA, you don't need to use the whole basement exclusively for yourself, and the idea that you need a particular decor to make it an appealing place is weird. Paint it neutral, get some couches, a TV, and a kitchenette, and it can be a chill space for private hang time for either you or her. YTA. A compromise can be reached here. Plus you let her design the other room's design is different than designated for only personal use. It's a shared house and agreements on how that house is used should be mutual. Are you going to hang a sign on the door saying, "Girls not allowed"? Maybe a secret handshake too? So juvenile. YTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.